Hey, this is Andy with Sonic State Amps. I've got Mike Eldred here from the Fender Custom Shop, showing us the Fender Brownie Stratocaster, part of the Eric Clapton Crossroads collection. Mike's got a lot of things to say about this. I got some good questions for him. So, Mike, tell us a little bit more about this guitar and what's that?
Well, this was it's a reproduction of what's referred to as the Brownie Stratocaster. It's Eric Clapton's first Stratocaster he ever got, and it was it's owned. The original was owned by Paul Allen at EMP up in Seattle, and so what we did with this guitar, as we've done with all of our tribute guitars, we go up and kind of dissect the guitar and take it apart, weigh all the parts, and measure all the pickups, and every little scratch and ding and all that. And so we did this. We went up to EMP and they gave us unlimited access to the guitar. And then I think we went up there twice, and then they actually brought the guitar down to the custom shop. Oh, wow. And Todd Krause, one of our master builders, went through and made this duplicate, and there's 100 of them that are available worldwide. They go on sale March 21st. Guitar Center has the exclusive for the United States, and then we have, I think there's another 50 that are available internationally. And so it's kind of a cool guitar, and it's another great replication of a rock and roll relic.
It looks like like all the guitars here, like there's a lot of detail in just making it look like it's been used for what, 40, 50 years now.
Right.
We have a very worn down maple neck. Mm-hmm. It even looks like the burn mark on the headstock there.
Right.
So this is absolutely beautiful. If you don't mind, can you tell us a little bit about the process of how this got made?
Yeah, I mean, when we do these things, it's always there's a bit of forensics in it. You have to figure out how things were constructed and all that stuff. And when you first look at the guitar, you go, wow, it's a really nice 50-0 Stratocaster. But the thing that we found that was probably most interesting with Eric's guitar is that the lamination on this is actually a 3-piece body. And when you look at the guitar, you wouldn't think that. You would think that it's a two-piece body or sometimes a 1-piece body that they would do back in the 50s. And so when we started digging into it, there was actually a lamination line it goes, I believe it goes like this. There's three pieces to the body, and so we had to go through and first thing you had to do is make sure that the trajectory of the glue lines are exactly the same as his. We did drawings on his, and then once you have that done, then you have to construct the spread so that the weight is, you have to compensate for the weight before you cut all the pieces out. So then you kind of know what the raw spread is supposed to weigh, and then by the time you cut out all the pieces and do the contours and things like that, you're subtracting all this wood that equals the weight of the original. So it's tough to do that stuff, and little things, really, trying to get the wiring right, the pickups right, and things like that, all that stuff. It's pretty intense.
And the pickups and the electronics in here are designed exactly like they would have been. Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah.
How's it sound?
It sounds
you got
good.
it. You got it in your hands.
Yeah. This is the back pickup and the middle pickup together through a champ, so you can kind of hear. I'm not Eric Clapton, but I mean, you get the gist of it.
Sound is there.
And the thing that's always cool about these things is when we sit down with the artist and we say, here, Eric was clearly blown away by the way it sounded and the way it played and stuff, and so it's been nice. They're always nice to do, tribute guitars and to get the artist feedback on it.
Yeah, it sounds like there's some videos of Clapton playing this one and all the guitars that are here today. And one thing that you'll see is as soon as he plugs it in, he immediately realizes, oh, this sounds perfect. Sounds like you guys did an awesome job with this. So much attention to detail. Looks like it's gone into this. One thing I am curious about, that burn mark on there. Did you have someone stick a cigarette in there to do it?
Well, we don't encourage smoking in any way at Fender, so it's kind of a trade secret how we do this.
I think I laughed out of everyone back there. Very cool. Anything else you can tell us about this guitar? Anything that might go unnoticed?
Well, the thing that's kind of cool about it, if you see the case, we ever replicated the case too, and it doesn't say Eric Clapton on it because he didn't want to be known as Eric Clapton and Derek at the Dominoes. He wanted to get back to being in a regular band, and being a regular guy. So this is a replication of the original case. We matched everything, the stencils, the overspray even. I mean, it was really tough to do the overspray. We actually had to put shims on the stencil to make sure that the overspray was. It's pretty crazy when we get into it, and a guy like Todd Krause, who's a master builder, all the master builders, they really take a lot of pride in what they're doing. So when you hand somebody something like just a case to do with stencil, they really kind of think about it and go. I was down at the shop one day and he's like, you got to see these little spacers that I put on the stencil. And I said, well, what's it for? He goes, I got to get the just right amount of overspray. And he had all these tests all over the place, so that's kind of cool. And then inside, not in the case, but along with the guitar, you get a really cool Derek and the Dominoes box set, and you get a signed certificate by Eric, and so it's a piece of history, that you get, and it's a collectible piece, and it acknowledges, a great artist, that I think that all the companies are really proud to be associated with, and the bottom line is that it benefits charity too, so it's a cool thing.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. See, I know we're running out of time here, but any collaboration at all with the other two companies? Any collaboration with Gibson or Martin, or did all three companies kind of work independently of each other?
Well, I think that Guitar Center brought it in under their umbrella, which is great. It's always great that a company like Guitar Center can do that, and they're one of the few people that can do that, where they can get everybody in a room together and say, hey, let's do something really cool. So that's really nice.
Good. Glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks to Mike from Fender Custom Shop, and this is Andy Smith from Sonic State Amp.